Are you serious?
Hello, welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
This is a show where Sean and I have a little look on the internet, find some funnies, talk about some ways that we've been killing time, and generally have a little catch up. Do you know what I mean? It's a British tradition to talk about the weather whenever it changes, however mild that may be. Let's start off today's show with, my gosh, sir, how windy is it today? It's so windy that
lots of the windy, the blowy and the wet stuff.
Blowy and wet. No one really likes that.
It's not a good combo.
It's not nice. It's not nice. Not nice.
Can deal with one of the two.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll ask you this: of the two, which do you prefer?
Blowy or wet? Questions that are loaded.
Because I will always go with like, as long as I'm not getting blown away, because I'm a bit slight of frame in it, them ones. But as long as it's not that, I'll be like, I'll take the windiness over the wet stuff. But
well, Sean, I respect your answer. I think I prefer wet when I know it's going to be wet, right? I don't mind just dealing with the wetness, but windy weather.
You're caveating it now. You're talking about whether you get caught short.
Oh yeah,
that's different.
Caught short in the rain.
Caught short in the rain is worse, isn't it?
But when I
caught in the wind, unless you like happen to be like, oh, if I hadn't worn my squirrel suit today, then I would have been very.
But because of my size, I have to fight against that wind quite a lot because I'm taking up quite a lot of mass sideways. So when it's a windy day, on my way here today, Sean, I may have
now we got to put this
shook a proverbial fist up to the sky, going, "Damn you, weather!" because it was pushing against me, making my walk approximately 10% longer than it should have been.
I want to put absolute fucking nonsense. I want to put this to the listeners, because I feel strongly the other way around, where due to my slight frame, the wind has more of an impact on me than it does to. I can understand where you're coming from. You're like more surface area, therefore more resistance.
Whereas you cut through it like a knife through butter.
Yeah, but not. My standing side. Let's try and stand sideways.
What are you doing that?
What? When my shark hat.
You know, when you wear your Tron hat or whatever it is, that makes you like nice. Wow.
I don't know. I still feel. Maybe we'll put this to a test. This will be like what's that program that they do when they demystify?
Mythbusters. It's like Mythbusters, except we're not mything a bust. We're not busting a myth. It's like Mythbusters, but instead of if they busted myths, we just ask questions.
No. If you create a myth, then
let's create a myth.
You can go ahead and then bust it afterwards.
Let's create a myth then. What's the myth, Sean?
I don't know. Are you more susceptible to wind if you are smaller and lighter, or larger and heavier?
I've never heard a myth that sounds more like a question in my life, but fair enough. Let's call it a myth. Or isn't. So that's what you've got to say at the end. Or does it? That's what you have to say. So go on, try it again. We'll make it into a myth. Go on.
Kill me now.
All right, Sean, right. Because I love you, bro. Because I love you, bro. We'll bring up some dramatic music, Okay. You can ask it, and then we'll say, then we can say, or is it at the end?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Okay. All right, cool. Let's do this then, Sean. Oh, first I have to make sure it plays through the desk. Don't worry, bro. I got you. There we go. Here we go.
Suspenseful music.
Are you ready, Sean?
I don't know. I need to hear the suspenseful music first. The question of all ages. Are you more susceptible to wind if you are smaller and lighter, or larger and heavier?
I was going to say, or are you? Anyway, do let us know. If that's the case. Are you more susceptible to wind or not? We will ask the group and then see what they say back. I hope you guys have a more fitting answer than me and Sean did. Anyway, let's get into our jokes of the week, aka our jokes.
Right.
This is where Sean and I tell each other some jokes and have a laugh. Feel free to get involved whenever you fancy. An old man is sitting on his porch one day just watching the world going by, as he always does, when he notices a kid walking past, looking very purposeful, dragging something behind him. The old man calls out, "Hey kid, what you got there?" The kid replies, "I got me some chicken wire." The old man goes, "What are you doing with that chicken wire?" The kid goes, "I'm going to catch me some chickens." The old man cries out in disbelief. Chicken wires? For penning them in, boy. You can't catch no chickens with no chicken wire. The kid says, oh yeah, I defo can catch some chickens with chicken wire. And lo and behold, a few hours later, the kid rolls past, walking back along past the same house with a couple of chickens wrapped up in chicken wire. The old man scratches his head in confusion, doesn't say a word. The next day, he sees the same kid rolling down the street, tossing something in his hands. The old man goes, what you got there? The kid goes, I got me some duct tape. I'm going to go catch me some ducks. The old man says, that ain't duct tape, boy. It's duct tape. And you ain't going to catch no ducks with that duct tape. Sure I can, replies the kid. Come with me, I'll show you. The old man says, get the fuck out of here. Sure as ish, an hour later, the kid comes back past the same house with 3 ducks wrapped up in duct tape. The old man rolls his eyes and goes back into his house, too confused to know what to say. The next day, the same kid rolls past the old man's house, swinging something in his hand and swishing it back and forth. The old man yells out, hey kid, what you got there today? The kid goes, I got me some pussy willow. The old man goes, hold on a second, I'll just grab my hat.
Can I just say, I think we might have spoken about this previously.
I think we have.
About the fact that duct tape was originally called duct
tape.
Not duct tape, but it was actually called duct tape.
Duct tape.
Because of its waterproofing properties.
Ah, right. But apparently the other rumour was, or is it, used in ducts? Ducts. But I don't know if that's true or not.
But I think the origin was DUCK.
Okay, cool. But to be fair, if I was going to use a kind of tape to capture a duck, I would use duct tape. Duct tape is the strongest tape. Or one of the strongest tapes.
It is one of the strongest tapes.
I don't know if it's that could be our myth of the week.
It could be.
Is duct tape the strongest tape? Or is it?
Also, if I was trying to catch ducks, I would also use that tape as well.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And if they were alive and sentient beings, I was trying to catch a duct, I would also probably use that tape as well, if that's the only tape I could have.
Do you know what? It seems like it works for everything.
But ducks aren't sentient beings, so it's all good, bruv. There we go. And if a duck was alive, what would it be like? What would it move like? Would it be like a caterpillar going across the ground like that? Would it roll?
I feel like
who knows? We've gone way too far. We've gone way too far. You know, that LSD was fabulous before the show. And we're only one joke.
Okay, I'll take guys. A sheepdog returns to his farmer and says, all right, I've got your 70 sheep back in the east pen. The farmer replies, what? I've only got 67 sheep, not 70. The sheepdog gives him a withering look and says, I know, just rounded them up.
Yeah. Smart dog. Long ago, when ping pong balls were rare and precious, a dying king summoned his 3 sons. The king was a table tennis fanatic. He said, my dying wish is for you to bring me ping pong balls. All 3 sons headed off to venture out to find some ping pong balls. The eldest returned a week later with a treasure chest full of them. The king was very pleased. The second returned a month later with a cartload. The king was overjoyed. 2 years later, the youngest staggered in, battered and worn, carrying only a bulging handkerchief. The king opened it and shouted, what are these bloody hairy things? The prince bowed and said, just as you commanded, father. King Kong's balls. It's a twist for the classic.
That's a short one.
It's a short one.
If you can make a woman laugh, you're almost there. If you're almost there and then she laughs, that's a different thing.
Oh, that is wicked. That is tidy. I like that one. I like that. A few guys will be like, oh. Oh, man. A man walks into a vet with his bird and says, is my bird dead? The vet looks over the bird and goes, yeah, definitely dead. The man, distraught, begs for a second opinion. The vet goes, sure, if you insist. So the vet walks out the room, comes back in with a cat. The cat smells the dead bird, turns his nose up at it. The veterinarian says, your bird's definitely dead. That'll be $2,050. The man goes, $2,050? Why is it so expensive? The vet says, it's £50 for the visit to me and $2,000 for the CAT scan.
That's class.
I had to bring it back.
That's a classic.
I had to bring it back. Oh.
Push harder, I shouted at my wife while she was in labour. Screw you, she screamed back at me. Bit harsh, I thought. It wasn't my fault the car broke down on the way to the hospital. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I like them ones. An atheist was rowing on Loch Ness in Scotland one day when suddenly the Loch Ness monster attacked and grabbed him from his boat. He panicked and shouted, "God, help me, please!" And suddenly the monster and everything around him just froze. A voice from the heavens boomed, "You say you don't believe in me, but now you're asking for my help?" The atheist looked up and said, "All right, God, give me a break. 10 seconds ago, I didn't even believe in the Loch Ness monster." Oh, we got some little ticklers today, innit? Yeah, little ticklers.
A mum is putting her little boy to bed. She sings him a lullaby, but he doesn't fall asleep. She sings a second one. He still doesn't sleep. A third. A fourth. The boy sighs and says, "Mum, I get it. You sing really beautifully, but I'd really like to get some sleep."
Oh, that's really fucking good. I like that. Because there must be kids out there that are just, they can't say it. They're like,
I'm looking at the mum going, "Will you shut the fuck up?"
Oh, we need another lullaby.
Trying to get some shots over here, love.
Well, maybe if I shit myself, she'll stop. A married couple was in a terrible accident and the husband's face was severely burned. The doctor told him that he couldn't get a skin graft from his own body because he was too skinny. The wife lovingly offered to donate some of her own skin. However, the only suitable area was from her buttocks, a rather delicate matter. So they both agreed to keep it a secret and the doctor promised not to say a word. After the surgery, everyone was amazed by the man's transformation. He looked more handsome than ever. Friends and family couldn't stop complimenting him on his fresh, youthful face. One day, deeply moved, he said to his wife, "Dear, I want to thank you for everything you did for me. How could I ever repay you?" She smiled and replied, "My love, I get all the thanks I need every time I see your mother kiss you on the cheek."
Oh, savage. Okay. Little Johnny is playing in the yard when he gets a wood splinter in his hand. He runs to his teacher shouting, "Cider, cider, cider." His teacher calms him down and asks why he needs cider. He says, "I've got a splinter in my hand, so I need cider." The teacher's confused and says, "Why would you need cider for a splinter, Johnny?" Johnny explains, "Well, I overheard my sister talking to her friend and she said whenever she gets a prick in her hand, she puts it in cider." Ah, little Johnny. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, wonderful Johnny joke there. I like that. Boss, do you know why I've invited you into my office? Employee, because I accidentally sent a nude pic to you. Boss, stopping pouring wine into 2 glasses. Accidentally. Oh, whoops.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
That's been a good one this week. I like it. I like it.
A guy tells his buddy, "My wife ran off with my best friend Mike yesterday." His buddy says, "Mike? Since when has Mike been your best mate?" "Since yesterday."
Cheers, Mike. Cheers, Mike, man.
Legend.
What
a legend.
A man in an Ohio Walmart tries to buy half a cauliflower. The young assistant tells him that they only sell whole cauliflowers. The man persists and asks to see the manager. The boy says he'll ask his manager about it. Walking into the back room, the boy said to his manager, "Man, some ish for brains wants to buy half a cauliflower." As he finished his sentence, he turned to find the man standing right behind him. So he quickly added, "And this gentleman kindly offered to buy the other half." The manager approved the deal and the man went away. Later on, the manager said to the boy, "I was impressed by the way you got yourself out of that situation there. We love people who think on their feet here. Where are you from, son?" The kid said, "California, sir." "Well, why did you leave California?" said the manager. The boy said, "Well, there was nothing there but porn stars and cheerleaders up there." "Really?" said the manager. "My wife is from California." "Are you kidding?" replied the boy. "Who did she cheer for?"
Quick on his feet.
Quick on his feet.
This one's called Small Town Gets a New Cow.
Okay.
The only cow in a small town in USA stopped giving milk. The people did some research and found that they could buy a cow from BC, Canada for $1,000 or one from Alberta, Canada for $800. Being poor, they bought the cow from Alberta. The cow was wonderful. It produced lots of milk all the time and the people were amazed, very, very happy. They decided to acquire a bull to mate with the cow and produce more cows like it. Then they would never have to worry about the milk supply again. So they bought a bull, put it in the pasture with their beloved cow. However, whenever the bull came close to the cow would move away. No matter what approach the bull tried, the cow would move away from the bull and he would not succeed in his quest. The people were very upset and decided to ask the rabbi, who was very, very wise, what to do. They told the rabbi what was happening. Whenever the bull approaches our cow, she moves away. If he approaches from the back, she moves forward. When he approaches from the front, she backs off. An approach from the side, she just walks away to the other side. The rabbi thought deeply about this for a minute and asked, "Did you happen to buy this cow from Alberta?" The people were dumbfounded. They had never mentioned where they'd gotten the cow from. "You are truly a wise rabbi," they said. "How the heavens did you know we got the cow from Alberta?" The rabbi answered sadly, "My wife is also from Alberta."
I feel like there's people at home going, "Yeah, my wife." I don't know my wife is from Alberta, but that's a good one.
Baby, you're Canadian.
Yeah, I don't know. And those were our jokes of the week. Yeah. Also, we like to kill a little bit of time, and Sean, it starts that time that we talk about how we've killed a little bit of time. I'm happy to share with you, bro. If you want to go, I'm happy if you go as well.
I've got a very, very, very short one because it has not been all that eventful for me.
Okay.
This week, but I did watch a film, not a new film, but I watched a film. I think it's from 2017.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it now because it's leaving Netflix on the 26th of September.
Oh, so there we go. You better get on it.
I thought I better
get on it.
It's called Chips, and I don't know if you've seen it. It is with so it's got a guy that looks very much like Zach Braff, the chap from Scrubs.
Oh, the blonde one. Is that the blonde Zach Braff? Is what I call him.
Yeah, hey, bro. When I'm looking at him, I'm like, what does this guy look like? And he literally, I think it's Zach Braff is the guy from.
I know. Yeah. That is Zach Braff. That is Zach Braff.
JD from Scrubs.
Yeah.
It's him and there's and I believe a Mexican chap in it who I can't remember his name, but he is in a lot of.
Michael Pena is the
Michael Pena.
Pena and Dak Shepard. Dak Shepard is the guy who looks like Zach Braff.
Zach Braff.
Got to be related, but not. But yeah, is that a cop film?
Yeah. Oh, you seen it?
I think I have. That's why. Yeah. So I just remember it being a cop comedy.
It's a cop comedy. It's a cop comedy where they. What was the chap's name?
Michael Pena and Dak Shepard. Yeah.
Dak Shepard. So he's an ex stunt rider, bike rider.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
And like he's going through like his missus is an arsehole, let's be honest. And he's going through like a divorce, and he wants to become like, what do they call it? A ranger? Or what's the? I don't even know. Or maybe
it's bro. We're in England. Yeah. It's like what police force are you from? In America, there's rangers, sheriffs.
Yeah, I don't know.
A cop of sorts, on a bike. A cop on a bike. Yeah.
A cop.
Is they motorcycle cops?
Yeah, motorcycle cops. Motorcycle cops.
Yeah, let's do that.
Motorcycle cops. And they have to go undercover to take out some other shady cops who are nice. And it is. I don't even remember it. I don't know how long ago you saw it, but it's just fucking hilarious, man.
I just remember it being we say this a lot, Sean. I think we're the only ones that admit to this out of everyone that reviews films. It's a light watch.
Oh.
You're not going to watch it and it's not going to rock your world. It's not going to be, and I mean this with all respect, I'm not going to call it the funniest film I've seen. It's a pleasant watch. You can watch it, especially if you're a bit like, got a bit of a cold or a bit under the weather. You don't want to watch anything that requires too much from you, right?
Exactly.
You want to watch something that kind of just, it's like I don't know, it's like a bowl of soup, innit?
Yeah.
It's a bowl of soup.
Although I will say this, there were some bits in it which had me like full on belly laughing. Like
maybe I'll stick it on again.
Give it another.
Check it out.
Maybe a beer.
There we go.
So I'm just putting out there. I will say this though, quickly. The one thing that surprised me about the film was there were a handful, and only like 3 or 4, but they're bits that I think that maybe you wouldn't have liked.
Well, there's some gruesome bits.
There was, and it completely takes you off guard because the rest of the film is not set out like that. But there's about, I can remember 3 off the top of my head where I was like, damn, like I wasn't expecting that at all. It was just like it was a bit shocking, and they do that like 2 or 3 times where you're just like, it catches you off guard because it's fun and lighthearted, and then you have like and it's supposed to be like gruesome and maybe very slightly funny at the same time, but they're a bit like, oh. Yeah,
like, bit like the boys kind of energy.
That's a good point.
Well, then
26th September, it's leaving Netflix.
Chips.
Guys, like, I think you'll really enjoy it. Have a watch, and, you know, if you do, let us know. If you don't, also let us know. It'll be interesting to see what your take on it is. But I'm a bit of a simpleton, and as B said, it's kind of like, it's a light watch.
It's a light watch.
Yeah.
I've been gaming a bit.
What have you been playing?
There is 2. I've been playing 3 games actually, but I'll tell you about 2 of them today because the third one we can get back to another time. I went back a little bit and I played 2 games. There's Space Marines 2 and Hell Divers 2. Space Marines 2 is based on Warhammer, so it's got lots of lore in it where you play this genetically modified big hench dude which kills aliens. Amazing.
Is it like a hack and slash?
It's kind of like it's third person. It's hack and slash, but you got like
progression system.
You got a chainsaw, sword, and you got machine guns, but you can do it co-op with your friends. So think of it: Gears of War crossed with Starship Troopers, with the lore of people that are like, yes, my father, I will have a sword, but the sword also has a chainsaw in it, and you like stick it. You can stick it in an alien's throat and split it in half, basically, and like
you are
that kind of stuff.
Selling this to me. I'm not gonna lie.
And then there's Hell Divers 2, which again is based in space, but for the democracy, you and a group of people get together and go down to different planets and destroy Starship Trooper style aliens, other techie aliens.
Are you colonizing the universe?
You are colonizing the universe. Both of these are basically colonizing in a sci-fi way, which is enough of a few degrees of separation enough for us to enjoy them as humans. I'll say this, right? Both very similar. We could both play both.
Okay.
On PC, Xbox and PlayStation. Both of them you can do multiplayer or single by yourself. Differences between them, I will say the story and the graphics of Space Marines 2 looks amazing. When you put it in performance mode, that blood glistening off your head top looks mad. Gameplay wise though, Hell Divers was much more fun to play with other people, and the weapons do look a bit cooler as well.
Are they both like, you can do the full campaigns co-op?
Yeah. You can do you can play them by yourselves. They both have like single that you can play by yourself, or you can call in other people. I think the multiplayer aspect of Hell Divers is better. Hell Divers, they've set it up so there's this massive universe, and like 40,000 people are trying to take over, like 40,000 actual players are trying to like take over where aliens are on a planet, and you kind of all have to club together to attack different parts of the map, otherwise the aliens will win. And as we're taking
how many people are you playing this online with? Online
there's about not at the same time in the same place, but online there's about 150,000-200,000 people playing at the moment.
And at the time that you're playing, how many people are you playing?
There are I've seen up to 4 people. I don't know how many people are on the map at the same time.
But do you all 4 of you go?
Yeah, all 4 of you go and co-op it.
But as in like, do you go like 2 people go to one one planet 2 people go to other planet, or all 4 of you go to one planet and mash up the thing?
So 4 people per mission, but I went in with Richie Driss. We dived into an area and we played for a bit, and I had this thing called an SOS beacon. I was like, what does it do? Fired it off, nothing happened. But then when I played quick play another time, it found someone else's SOS beacon and we go in and help them. So if you're playing, you fire off an SOS beacon, someone else in some other part of the world can come down and help you and stuff. So
that's
like,
pretty sick.
You feel like you did it together. Both games are cool. I'll say Space Marines looks beautiful, but doesn't have as much variation on the enemies and guns. Hell Divers has some mad guns. It has like some Tony Stark laser which cuts through everything. You can call in air support. If you hell dive in your little pod and you aim it right, you can land on aliens and stuff like that for a laugh. It's like Starship Troopers.
Okay.
That's what Starship Troopers
put out there. Starship Troopers still one of the greatest films of all time.
Yeah,
out there.
It's like playing Starship Troopers. Both of these are like playing elements of Starship Troopers.
Can I ask? Is you can play single player throughout the whole campaign by yourself if you wanted to, and people can dip in co-op whenever during the campaign.
So I think if you invite them in, they can come in to join your mission.
But at any time throughout the whole campaign, even if you played 90% of it on your J's, someone can just come and jump in. Or
as far as I know, Hell Divers seems to only be online. I didn't try and play anything. I didn't try and play any like other stuff. It seems to be like an online world.
Okay.
So you go in the game and it's like, here's the map of what we're trying to colonize, or other alien races trying to colonize you. So where we're fighting, and that's where you choose to fight.
So you've got a home planet that you have to also protect.
Yeah, Earth's in the middle.
You have to protect Earth.
Earth's in the middle. If we don't play, who knows? Earth could be up for. Earth is ours at the moment, but things could get hectic. And Warhammer, there is quite a nice single player section for it. But you do need to play multiplayer to get the whole grasp of the whole story and stuff like that. But yeah, both of them are pretty cool, man. That's it. But I'll keep it pretty simple, man. Those are our ways to kill time in a week or kill a bit. Would you like some news?
Of the week.
Always.
All right,
we'll stay informed. Oh, can I, before we do so,
yeah.
Do you mind if I do just a very quick...
Go for it.
I wanted to just have a shout out to Ricky Hatton.
Yes.
If we could.
Yes.
Absolute legend of the boxing world. Taken from us too young, only 46 years old. I know he'd been battling some things. Over since he had retired, and but it was a real shame. If I think he was scheduled to have a comeback fight more recently in Vegas, right? And he was getting himself back in shape, and I felt like it was good. Gave him some motivation and direction again. And I know he was also helping fighters progress through. So yeah, just wanted to say big shout out to the Hitman.
Thanks for doing that, Sean, and shout out to him. And he's been an ambassador of the campaign against living miserably, aka Calm, which is a charity which helps people that are struggling with the way that they're feeling. And Sean, as a podcast and as a social group where we crack a lot of jokes, I know we touch a lot of people who are not going through good times. Look, we're here to make you laugh. That's great. But if you're still feeling down, go online and find places like Calm, talk to a friend, talk to somebody that Google, depression, especially women as well, but men as well. It's very clear that we have been raised in a patriarchal society where we're not encouraged to talk about our feelings, but please do, man, because Ricky Hatton was a part of it, and he was very open about his demons and stuff like that. And also, thoughts goes out to everyone around him as well. He was a legend of a boxer.
Family and friends.
I remember going to watch him versus Floyd Mayweather.
He fought Floyd.
And I remember I saw
Pacquiao.
I remember him. Was it him and Floyd? I think I remember to go watch it, and we stayed up. Our university stayed open. The uni bar stayed open till 3 a.m. for us to go and watch it. It was great. And we saw a very young, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. He just got beaten by Terence. Canelo, a very young Canelo, was an undercard on a Ricky Hatton fight, and us going, flipping hell, this guy looks like he's going to be a world-class boxer. And he looked so young, and it was so shocking to see Canelo. But yeah, man, so Ricky Hatton, a staple part of British boxing.
Oh man, legend. He gave us some amazing nights. Kostya Tszyu was one of the great nights that sticks in my head. So yeah, big up Ricky Hatton, and shout out to his family and friends.
Exactly.
They're going through a lot at the moment.
And listen, if you don't know him or you're not as into boxing, definitely someone worth going on YouTube and watching some of their fights. Amazing fighter. And what a legacy to boxing as well. Big up himself, man. Thanks.
If very quickly can just over to the Terence. I've just got to put it out there, man. One of the greatest fights I've ever seen, man. Because
there wasn't much shit talking between them, because there was respect. It didn't get as much press because no one was saying who the fuck is this guy? None of that stuff. Can you just give us a summary of what we saw?
So I think the Terence coming up from super welterweight, coming up 2 weight classes to fight. I mean, some people say 3, but there's coming up 2 weight classes to fight for the super middleweight championship of the world that Canelo has held for a while now. Canelo's also gone up to light heavyweight, but has also boxed as he was coming up welterweight, super welterweight, etc. as he was getting heavier. So this was the bigger, more powerful man versus the smaller, probably more technical boxer, and it divided opinions so much because it was very, very difficult to tell whether Canelo would just hit him and he just wouldn't be able to take that power. And that was one of the, even after the first couple of rounds where he hadn't connected with a headshot, you were like, you just didn't know he could hit him with one headshot and that would just be absolutely it. And so it was absolutely fascinating. I think Terence being the older man by more than 3 years, people were like, oh, he might have been, maybe it's a little bit too late for him. But also Canelo, if you look at the amount of rounds and fights Canelo's had, Canelo's had twice as many rounds as Crawford has had. He has,
and you can see it in his face.
Yeah, but
you can see it in his, like, honestly, no joke. He can see he's boxed. Like, you can see he's been in the
also,
ring. Yeah.
I'm just going to put it out there. I mean, people can tell me if they disagree with me. I don't know anyone who is as hardy as Canelo is to damage.
Go online now. Listen, if you're not a boxer, type in Terence Crawford left hook. I think it's a left or right hook. And Canelo, there's a shot that he takes to the face that twists his whole body around.
Yes, left. So it's Crawford. So Canelo comes in with a right cross. Crawford just slips it, hits him with the left. Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. It does make him spin round.
Yeah, but
it's also part of his boxing intuition that he turns away from punches so that they hit less. So you can see sometimes people get hit, but they're already turning.
Yeah.
And that was one of them ones.
But bro, you could see there was power in it. And but the thing is, what's mad is he took it, he moved, but he didn't look like he was.
And this is the thing. Before the fight, people were saying, "Oh, maybe Terence stops him," and because I said before the fight that I thought that Crawford was going to win, but that's me like. Absolutely having to pick because I was like, oh, damn. But people were saying, oh, maybe he'll stop Crawford, and I was like, maybe he'll stop Canelo, and I was like, bro, nobody has stopped Canelo.
Yeah,
like he went up to light heavyweight for Dimitri Bivol, who's a big guy and extremely skilled, and he wasn't able to knock Canelo out. So I'm like, Terence coming up from super welterweight. I was like, mate, he's not going to knock Crawford out. No, he's not going to knock Canelo out. Come on, but it was just fantastic. The whole fight was fantastic. It was, they both, and then you could see that I know this was the thing that I found most impressive was that Crawford was able to absorb because he got hit.
Yeah, man.
There's like when you're fighting up against someone that skilled, you're going to get hit, and he got hit clean, and he took the punches, and then I started getting like because he started feeling himself, Crawford, and I was like, the part of me was like. Don't do that. Don't showboat because you're gonna get knocked out if you do. And he just became. I think for him as well, it was a thing. You don't know at that point. Once he took the body shots, because Canelo's body shots are
strong, man.
Horrible.
He's horrible guy.
One of some of the worst body shots or best body shots, whichever you want to look at it in the world, especially in like the middleweights and stuff. And I think once he took that shot, he was like, do you know what? I can take the power.
Yeah.
And then once that was the case, shoulders loosened, and fantastic what a phenomenal. I mean, can I just did you watch the entirety of the?
I watched the highlights. Then I went back and I had to watch the whole thing because it was. I'm not as into boxing, but it was you can tell you're just watching high level boxing. And you're also
pinnacle, absolute pinnacle. That's what it was as well.
And you're watching like probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. I know that gets thrown around a lot, but what Terence has done now.
Both of them, are two of the greatest generational fighters who have ever lived. That I don't think you can, if you look at if you look at Canelo, he's lost against Mayweather, in his pomp, Mayweather's pomp. He's lost against Dimitri Bivol. Bro, Canelo was 5'8", bro. And he went up and fought at light heavyweight and knocked out, what was his name? Kovalev? If that's correct, game is of K. I can't remember. Knocked him out to win the belt. You just can't what he's done for the sport is just incredible. I will say this as a caveat: last couple of fights, William Skull, etc., not very exciting. But this is the thing: when you've had 63 pro fights like he has had, if you're fighting some Donny who, it's like, let's be honest. I'm not saying that William Skull was a nobody, but it's probably very difficult to get that motivation up. But you're fighting Terence Bud Crawford with everything that he's achieved in multiple weight divisions, like that's going to motivate you, surely. And I think we saw a much better Canelo, much better Canelo, even though the output isn't anywhere near the same. But
that might be the best we've ever seen from both boxers, really. So who knows?
And you know what? I don't think there's been a fight. I can't remember a fight in recent history which I think his legacy was almost riding single-handedly on this one fight. Because some people say, "Oh, he's never fought a great boxer." He's fought some top boxers, man. The way he dispatched Errol Spencer's a top boxer as well. And people were saying, "Well, if he loses against the first great boxer he's come up against, it's going to tarnish his legacy." I was like, Stoney's coming up two weight classes. It doesn't happen. And it doesn't. I say it doesn't happen, except for really the guy that he's facing, Canelo, who he's done that, and he's like, let me push myself, let me see if I can go heavier. Let me push myself, let me see if I can go heavy. It's incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. To both fighters,
go watch the fight.
Massive shout.
Whenever you're listening to this, be it now or in 2 years' time, go watch it. It's an amazing fight to watch. And also, I've reached out to the guys at Undisputed and asked us if they can send us some updated DLCs, because I think Terence is in there. And I think they've got some other classic boxers in there as well. So
but Terence is on the Terence, like,
I think they're gonna have a new skin on there for us.
They're gonna have a new skin. Yeah. Have you seen? From the last.
I've played for a bit.
Okay, so the last update was. If you see all of their ring attire before they come in, so Tyson Fury's got like a big Union Jack top hat with a massive thing.
Yes.
Canelo's got this massive like gold and white poncho that he comes in on.
Heavy.
So everyone's got like mad swag ring attire to walk out to now.
Well, let's go. Listen, we'll check it out, man. Guys at Undisputed, please send us over the apparently there's new DLC stuff, so it's
come on, send it to us.
And we'll let all about it for the guys. But anyway, Sean, you know what?
I digressed and I got a little bit too excited, bro.
We can get into the news next week, bro. That was boxing news. There we go. But make sure you join us over at socials at How to Kill an Hour everywhere. If you want to send your jokes in, you know how to do that. howtokillanhour.com/jokes. We have got a punishment episode coming up where we are going to read out some of your jokes, and there's been some absolute crackers in there as per usual. Stay well, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time, won't we, Sean?
We will indeed. Peace up.
8 Town down.
8 Town.
Oh man. All right, see you next time, man.